The United States makes up more than 75% of our trade.
I'm well aware of that. Yeah.
Yes. You apologize to Donald Trump. He's not going back to the table. He has no interest. So what are you doing? What is your next move? Or are you close to striking out?
Very clever. No, I just fouled one off. The count is full, but we're battling like the Jays. Look, the next move is on Tuesday. The next move is the budget. It's the budget for this time. The budget the country needs. The budget that gives us control. See, this is one of the things. We can spend our time watching Truth Social, worrying about the reactions of individual things. We are staying calm. Okay. We're focusing on what we can control, which first and foremost is how we build at home. And secondly, with our negotiations with the U.S., when they're on, when they come back on, is what's in the best interest of Canada.
What do you guys think? Was that a Freudian slip, or do the Liberals want more control? Welcome back to the Freedom Pines podcast. I'm your host, Jamie A.B. This is where we debrief and discuss pop culture and politics from an independent perspective. And if that interests you, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this with your friends because it's hard to get my name out in Commie Canada. So let's get into it. So first, I have new followers, and thank you guys for being here. I want to address why I have a nose ring. Because I keep it in, first of all, because I like piercings. I was an emo kid. It's not unironically from my left-leaning days, okay? However, I want to show you guys that not all who are lost cannot be found, okay? We all come from somewhere, okay? Until I can afford to get my nose pierced up here, this piercing is staying in. It actually is kind of getting annoying, but other than that, I kind of don't even notice until people point it out. I honestly forget I have one. I know why this stereotype exists. I've seen it for myself, but I'm here to show you that people can be rehabilitated. So let's get into today's video. So guys, it's budget week, okay? And how are we feeling about this? Okay, so I guess they don't actually vote on the budget for 2 weeks because the MPs are going to be going home next week to go to their Remembrance Day ceremonies that they're going to be going to. Okay, did I say Michelle Ferrari said that? Because Michelle Ferrari was the one that said that. And I'm very thankful because I would have been looking out on the 4th to see if it was passed. I don't know if they take a decent amount of time. Here's why I don't know. Because we haven't had a budget in forever. Okay, and I don't remember much from the years 2021 to 2023. Okay, it was a very big blur for me. So no, I don't remember how this works. If someone wants to type this out to me, that would be great, because our Liberal government, every time they've had to propose a budget, avoids it and has, either called a leadership race, election, just put it off until November. So here we are now. We haven't had a budget passed in the House of Commons for a long time. The Governor General is putting through all of this funding, okay? Can someone tell me how we are losing so much business in Canada and the Liberals still plan on spending that much over the deficit of, where we need to be? Because last year, I believe the deficit was 40 million or billion. See, here's the thing. I don't know if it's million or billion. And then this year, they're talking upwards to either 100 million or 100 billion over budget. So that doesn't make sense to me because Chrystia Freeland wanted to quit last year because they were spending too much money. Now this year, they're cutting jobs, they're cutting our services, which makes no sense to me how they are continuously bringing people into this country and taking away services. And the only thing that can mean to me is that they are having AI investment, and CRA and all of these different things will be, in my opinion, allegedly replaced, that's my guess, with AI. I'm talking Canada Post, I'm talking all of those things. That's what I think is going to happen to those things, which is even more brutal because it's not like we even get to talk to people that know what they're talking about when we call the CRA. And families like me who now owe $22,000 despite them already taking back the money that they overpaid me during the panini press, okay? They can come back at any time and basically say that you owe them, even when you provide the proof that they already took back the money that they say that you owe on your taxes. So that makes a lot of sense to me, that we still owe this money because there's no one actually working at the CRA to actually look at this. Now, I have no idea how automatically all of a sudden we could owe this much money. I will just say I had an argument with a prominent left-leaning creator who has admitted that they have ties to the federal government. And after that, I got a letter from the CRA. Now, I'm not saying that they're connected, but it's very curious to me how all of a sudden it was like the middle of the year that we were told that we owe this much money. So anyways, let's go on. So they're cutting all of this, okay, all of our services, despite bringing over millions of people in the last 2 years, 3 years, if that. Okay, so where is this money going? We're not even getting the nuclear investments from Brookfield in Canada over here. And not that I would be criticizing that as well, okay? However, I would admit that it would bring jobs to Canada. So all of a sudden, America gets this amazing deal with Brookfield, and we somehow, MarkCarney has no solid investments. I've never, unless he's waiting for this grand budget where he talked to us for 40 minutes trying to defend the budget and then didn't tell us anything about the damn thing. I have no idea what his actual investments are, where he thinks and plans for this money to go. It will be very interesting to take a look at the budget when it is released this week. Because my friends, the map that I did continues to get so big that I now do not have cue cards. I've had those cue cards for years. I use them for things. And the amount of job loss has, like when I started homeschooling when we first moved here, I bought so many packages of them, okay? And I had this remaining left over to do this project. They're all gone, and there's still companies that I have not put on the map. Now you go to my shorts, take a look at that map, okay? Hold on, I'll show you. So this is the map. Okay, I just worked for hours yesterday doing the eastern coast of Canada. I have not done Yukon, Northwest Territories, Saskatchewan, and I just started Alberta. So I also don't think I've looked into PEI yet, but I will. So guys, I am only half done. I am just realizing now that I have only done half of our provinces. And I want to remind people that all of this is my favorite part of these, least favorite part, because it shows the deliberate dismantling of all of our small businesses. It's something that I have. Are you guys kidding me? Like, Canada is beyond cooked, you guys. So what's the plan here, Canada? Because we're no longer going to have a ton of government jobs for you guys to get. We're not going to have anywhere for us to work, as we've seen all of the businesses leaving Canada. Not many people investing in Canada right now, by the way. Just letting you guys know that. I would say that the biggest reason, industrial carbon tax, okay, and then the plethora of taxes that are just tacked onto that. Plus now the tariffs. What Justin Trudeau said wasn't a lie. If Trump imposed these tariffs on Canada, the economy would tumble. Okay, because Justin Trudeau here's an example. Pulled out the second last Jenga piece before the tower fell, and Trump is pulling the final one. This isn't Trump's fault, okay? But I also understand how the tariffs set the Leaning Tower of Pisa to fall. Okay, now to me, it genuinely seems like we're going to have an election because the Liberals seem to have it in their minds that they have a pitch perfect strategy of convincing Canadians that they're not about to ask them to make more sacrifices. I don't know exactly what his campaign message could even be, because I want to let you guys know something, okay? I was watching CBC. I was doing the dirty work. Okay, you're welcome. You guys don't have to. I'm going to. Okay. I watched it last night and they had people phone in about the ad that Doug Ford did to Americans and all of that jazz, okay? Asking people's opinions on it. And people are not happy with MarkCarney. You cannot create a psychological operation to create Trump derangement syndrome so bad that these environmentalists want to trade more with people across the seas rather than just realize that Donald Trump's only here for a certain amount of time, okay? You can't just convince the Canadian public that this man is Hitler, okay, and then turn around and say, oh, he's fine. Oh, he's a great guy. Oh, he's turning around the economy, and then also not get a good deal. It's one thing to kiss up to Trump, but it's another to kiss up to Trump and not get a good deal and save our dang jobs, okay? So with all of the call-ins last night, I want to let you guys know something. Doug Ford could easily run for the Liberal Party of Canada federally and win, probably against PierrePoilievre. And somehow the media would still paint out PierrePoilievre as the Donald Trump alike, rather than the person who literally seems like he's quoting Donald Trump when he says things, when he's asked, hey, do you regret putting out this $75 million ad when Ontarians can't eat? No, they didn't say that, but $75 million ad that has called off trade talks between America and Canada. And he says, no doubt, no, it's the best ad that's ever ran, anyone's ever seen. Everybody's talking about it nationally around the world. So no, I don't regret it. Oh, okay, good. And I know why. And it's because if he actually cared about Canadian businesses leaving, he'd probably reflect on the 150,000 small businesses lost from 2020 to 2021. Probably. Right? I think anybody would probably look at the amount of job loss, especially when your literal slogan is Ontario open for business, when it seems very much not open for business in the slightest, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I try to be a little bit positive on this show, okay? I like to debrief and discuss. I want to get through this, okay? Because I do believe there will be another side, the other side, hopefully. But watching the absolute destruction, watching the Liberals smile with glee after MarkCarney deliberately gets up there and says, you can judge me on the prices of the groceries. The prices of the groceries, I'm sorry, bacon was $9 for great value bacon. It was as much as the organic bacon this week. I bought organic bacon because why would I buy great value bacon that's just as much as organic bacon? Why would I do that? And so if you're here watching this video right now, I want to let you guys know that you guys have overcome a lot just by living in Canada. Okay? 1 in 20 Canadians accessing MAID. 50,000 plus Canadians dying of rugs overdose. Okay? 75,000 Canadians dying from lack of access to healthcare. How much? Oh, a femicide. Sorry, a femicide. Every 48 hours, a woman dies at the hands of their partner in Canada. Okay? People can't afford food. 2 million plus of us are accessing food banks. Okay? And we were also subjected to being forced to take something to maintain our jobs. If you are here today and you are watching this video, give yourselves a pat on the back. Okay? Because truly, I've never seen more of a resemblance of living in the Hunger Games quite like right now. Okay? So anyways, I try to be very positive. I try. That's why when I tell you guys I remake videos, it's because I'm so unbelievably negative, because the truth is so unbelievably horrible, okay, when in regards to the darkness of the Canadian government, especially when I look up things going into it neutral, because I know that both parties are capable of having people in there that are horrible people. However, it astounds me how many times it's a Liberal. It was one of the things that made me flip. So I am going to put out another video today. Please watch it. It's going to be a lot lighter than this. But I want to know your guys' game plan, because here's the thing, okay? Alberta has to separate. If we have another election and the Liberals get in and then they have even more time to control Canada and do whatever they want with us, the more we are going to lose everything. No, I'm going to save that for the next video. They hate us. And the Canadian government hasn't really had any time in history besides, from what I can remember, when the Conservatives were in. And I don't just say that, okay? I'm saying that because I went through crap in my personal life during the Conservatives and overcame it because I was able to in Stephen Harper's Canada, where the middle class was the 4th richest in the world. It could have been 1st. Anyways, but whatever the Liberals have planned for us, it scares me. And either Canadians, even more Canadians, are going to leave, hop ship Canada, or Alberta, or we're all of us that want to hop ship Canada, hop ship this communist HE doubles hockey sticks hole, okay? I think we'll all end up in West Canada and East Canada, and it'll be completely split. And I think that Alberta and Saskatchewan and probably maybe BC, I don't know, will be gone. Manitoba maybe, with America. And Canada will be there. Ontario, Quebec, and the eastern provinces that continuously vote in the Liberals despite me looking at their massive amounts of job loss. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one, okay? I want to let you guys know that you guys are valued. You guys have survived so much. You are rock stars, and you're here for a reason, okay? Now let's take a deep breath. Okay. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.